Right now, Dr. Sarah Prevelige joins me in studio from Special Education Consultants. We're going to talk about a new grant that Special Education Consultants is trying to receive to help fund some of the programs that they offer. Hi, Dr. Sarah. How are you?
I'm good this morning. Thanks, Ray.
Thanks for coming down.
Sure.
Well, tell me about Special Education Consultants first.
We are a mental health clinic located in downtown Milford. We specialize in providing counseling, evaluation, and school support for kids that have a variety of different special needs. We also service a lot of families and children that don't fall within that category, but just have some adjustment or parenting kinds of questions that they need help with.
So no issues, no diagnosed issues whatsoever, but just some concerns maybe?
Sometimes we just have parents that come, you know what, parenting's stressful and we need some extra strategies to get through the next couple years. Sometimes we have children that have anxiety profiles or are diagnosed with ADHD or autism. Yep. It kind of runs the gamut. So we provide a variety of different services to help those folks.
So whenever a parent feels like they're at the end of their rope, there is help out there no matter what the situation is.
There is.
Wow, that's great. Tell me about this grant that you guys are trying to get.
Sure. Chase right now has about $3 to $30 million that they're going to be giving out for next year in grants. How they're running their grants is that it's a social media campaign at the beginning. You have to acquire 250 votes to be considered into the next round.
Okay.
For the last 2 years, nobody in the healthcare industry has received a grant. So we're hoping to kind of change and shift that a little bit.
Okay.
It usually goes to manufacturing and industry. So we've already acquired about 150 votes through our campaign on Facebook, LinkedIn, and other types of social media. We just need that last 100 votes to get us to Friday, which is the deadline, where we need those 250 votes. So it's through missionmainstreetgrants.com. It's an easy voting through Facebook that links up to your account. So it's just a click away, and we're almost there.
And if they go to your Facebook page, they can also get there?
They can get there from our Facebook page. Okay. They can get there from WMRC's Facebook page. Yep. Or they can just look us up at www.spedconsultants.com, and they can find us that way, too. It links to our Facebook as well.
How long have you guys been in existence here?
I've been in private practice since 2004. I've been located in Milford since 2008.
Are you just helping people in Milford or the surrounding towns outside the area?
I actually travel all the way up to New Hampshire, Vermont, and down to Connecticut. So all over the New England area, but mostly I'm focused in the Metro West area. So most of the work that I do is in Massachusetts.
There were a lot of issues growing up when I was a kid, but they were never diagnosed. No one knew what ADHD was. We were just, we couldn't calm down. We were just hyperactive kids. That's it. But there was no diagnosis for it. How has that changed over the last 30, 40 years?
Well, I think there's been a huge shift, probably in the last 20 to 30 years alone, where we used to have parents that came to the table and said, I don't want a label, I don't want a diagnosis. And now we have parents that come to our door and have already done Google searches and have a list of what they think the diagnoses already are before we've actually even met their child. So I think that parents are prepared for and hoping for a diagnosis, which is a different mindset.
It really is.
And unfortunately, sometimes they're misinformed, they're looking for the wrong things, and unfortunately there's a lot of people out there that are misdiagnosing. So it makes sometimes our job a lot harder.
What's the best way to get diagnosed? Not quick and easy, but if you feel like your child has something, there's something different about them and their learning abilities, what's the easiest way to get that diagnosed?
Well, I don't think there's an easy way. I think that there's just a format that I think tends to lend itself well to proper diagnosis. I think the first is really the school system sees your child the most during the day. So they usually have great information to start. They're collecting data. Sometimes they even start the ball rolling with good testing. The next step is to seek out someone who specializes in testing and to do the next step. And that isn't just rating scales to diagnose things like attention or anxiety profiles. It's really involved testing where we're really looking at how the brain and body work together. From there, it's really a matter of making sure that you're just aligned with the right organization and people that can point you in the right direction for support and services.
Okay.
So it all kind of goes hand in hand. There's no really easy way. I think a lot of times parents are looking for the easy way or the cheapest, and unfortunately easy and cheap doesn't always lend itself well to proper support.
And I think sometimes we feel like we don't want to put it all in the hands of the school, but these are people who are with our kids sometimes more than we are during the day,
Correct.
which is amazing. So we must put our faith in the school system to help us move along. So that would be step one, is really contact the schools, the teachers. You know, what do you think? Should we move forward? What do you see in my child? That
Correct.
kind of thing.
Correct.
All right, so tell everybody about the grant again before we go and how they can get your votes in.
Yep, it's a grant through Chase Bank. It's for us, it would be $150,000 if we were considered in the second round. To get to the second round, we need those 250 votes.
Okay.
We're more than halfway there. They can just go to missionmainstreetgrants.com, type in the zip code for Milford. We're the only Milford based organization that's seeking this grant, special ed consultants, and place their vote.
And how
easy.
far will that $100,000 go for you personally?
$150,000 would grant us more programming opportunities.
Yep.
We'd be able to do some counseling and support of public schools as well as parochial schools around our area. We'd be able to do after-school programming. We'd open a learning lab, which is based on some great brain research. We'd be able to do a lot.
Wow, that sounds like a lot.
As well as bringing more qualified individuals into the area of Milford to provide appropriate services.
All right, so let's get those votes up to 250. You said we're about 150 right now?
Yep, we have until the 17th at midnight.
That's easy. We can do that. So go to the Facebook page. That's probably the easiest way to go right now. Yep. Special Education Consultants Facebook page, WMRC's Facebook page. You can find the links to vote, and please do so we can get that grant and help our kids in our area. Dr. Sauer, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ray.